Garden. I'm Avalon.
And I'm Ray.
And we're back in the fucking building!
How did we get here? Who allowed this?
Who wrote this?
We know.
E.L.
James wrote this.
And you became skeleton.
I'm about to become a skeleton. I'm about to put on the greatest talent show this town's ever seen.
Oh, is this a podcast? Are we podcasters now?
I mean, I guess.
Are we gonna throw the greatest podcast this town has ever seen?
I mean,
Oh,
I guess this is considered a podcast. I don't know.
So anyway, many eons ago, at the dawning of time, one of the other video series that got fairly popular on my old channel was our absolute demolishing of 50 Shades of Grey, which kind of started, or did start, our chapter by chapter reading the whole book and giving commentary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other one that kind of started off that channel was the Throne of Glass review, which was not chapter by chapter, it was just a 2-hour long rant.
Yeah.
So we're back. But
back in the fucking building.
Rather than do a retread of 50 Shades of Grey, because honestly, I don't think our opinions on the book have changed that much, we asked our supporters if they would, A, want to hear us talk about E.L. James's writing again, and B, if they would want us to go back to the 50 Shades series, because I don't believe we ever did 50 Shades Freed on the old channel.
Yeah, we didn't.
Or if they wanted us to talk about Grey. And Grey won, and was cheaper at the used bookstore. So, here we are.
Here we fucking are.
If you're a supporter, you're probably hearing this, gosh, over a month before it releases publicly. Because the Roselin Rants series that is public right now is finishing up Throne of Glass.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, major sneak peek for you guys. And also, the privilege of carrying on the time-honored tradition of silly names. In the 50 Shades reviews, we accepted viewer submissions for stupid, silly names to call Christian Grey. And now we're accepting stupid, silly names to call Anastasia Steele.
Yep.
And we already have quite a roster, so if you want to add to that, consider becoming a supporter. Also because this book hurts.
Yeah.
And not in the fun way.
Yeah.
Very well. Shall we begin? Let me pull up our list of silly names.
I guess we can begin.
And we start with a flashback, everyone's favorite device. Instead of chapter titles, we have dates. I don't recall that being a thing in 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, they didn't have chapter titles at all.
Well, I mean, they just had, chapter 1, chapter 2.
Yeah, they just had chapter
This
1.
doesn't have that.
Oh, it's just dates?
It's just dates.
Oh my god, is this gonna be his journal or something? Is he keeping a little diary as he abuses the shit out of this woman?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So this is my thing with this book in particular and why it is so painful. And it is because what little context it does add to Christian's character just makes him worse. So many people, because there's a scene in the book 50 Shades of Grey that I have talked about a lot because the movie did at least change the body language of the scene to imply consent. But in the book, there is no consent whatsoever, implied, stated, anything. And if you were looking at this scene from Christian's point of view, he just showed up to his situationship's house and assaulted her.
Yeah.
And everyone always is saying, oh, well, not everyone, obviously, but fans of the book who defend this scene would say things like, no, the consent is implied. He's aware that she enjoys it. He's reading her body language that just isn't on the page. No, this book pretty much confirms that in his mind, he was assaulting her.
Yeah.
It gives no wiggle room to imply that he thought she was consenting in any way. But we're not there yet. I'm already jumping ahead and being pissed off about the future. Let's be pissed off about the present together.
Mm-hmm.
You, me, and our lovely rose garden.
Thanks, guys.
Monday, May 9th, 2011. Dum dum. I feel like I need to add the Law and Order sound effect.
Yeah.
Or the Dateline. Does Dateline have a theme?
I don't remember.
I feel like I should be reading this like I'm reading a true crime documentary.
Are we a true crime podcast now?
Are we true crime?
No, because this is fiction.
Yeah, thankfully. My God.
God.
I have 3 cars. They go fast across the floor. So fast. One is red. One is green. One is yellow. I like the green one. It's the best. Mommy likes them too. I like when Mommy plays with the cars and me. The red is her best. Today she sits on the couch staring at the wall. The green car flies into the rug. The red car follows. Then the yellow. Crash. But Mommy doesn't see. I do it again. Crash. But Mommy doesn't see. I aim the green car at her feet. But the green car goes under the couch. I can't reach it. My hand is too big for the gap. Mommy doesn't see. I want my green car, but Mommy stays on the couch staring at the wall. Mommy, my car! She doesn't hear me. Mommy! I pull her hand and she lies back and closes her eyes. Not now, maggot, not now, she says. It's really giving Mommy, do you love me? No, you disgusting freak.
No, you disgusting freak.
If you want to understand context for that joke, go check out my AO3. My green car stays under the couch. It's always under the couch. I can see it, but I can't reach it. My green car is fuzzy, covered in gray fur and dirt. So the implication is that they have a cat or a dog? I want it back, but I can't reach it.
Or just like dust bunnies.
I guess.
I guess.
It says fur specifically, not whatever.
Yeah.
I can never reach it. My green car is lost, and I can never play with it again. And that is the extent of Christian Grey's tragic backstory. He lost his green car once, and that's why he's always buying Audis.
That's his psychology. He lost his green car, so he needs 5 Audis.
How old is he meant to be here, do you think?
I don't know, like, what, 4, 5?
Something like that. I think he's 5 when his mom overdoses and he gets adopted. But, because that's how the system works. Well, then again, he's a white, able-bodied male, so maybe it does for him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know, just... I feel like there's a more interesting way to convey that he is young in this scene than just the super repetitive, simplistic sentences. Like, I get what she's going for. I understand that she is trying to portray the viewpoint of a child through simple sentences.
Yeah.
But as someone who has worked with young children, they do not think in simple sentences. They think in massive run-ons.
Yeah,
like,
it's constant.
No punctuation anywhere.
No, it should have been and also, like, if we're being really realistic here, throw in something about dinosaurs just right in the middle of it. Doesn't even make a lick of sense.
Does not connect to anything else. Just, by the way, my favorite dinosaur is the T-Rex.
Yeah.
And Charlie was there.
Charlie was there.
We will find a way to make this about Cinderella Boy. We have to survive.
Even if it kills us, man. Even if it kills us.
Cinderella Boy will save us. I open my eyes and my dream fades in the early morning light. What the hell was that about? I grasp at the
thing, dude. It's a dream, asshole.
It's about your trauma, you fuck ass.
You know, that whole thing that, like, dictates your entire life now.
It's about how the thing that you want is forever out of your reach, even though you can clearly see it because your trauma and repressed emotions that you haven't dealt with are holding you back from being able to reach it. The symbolism isn't even subtle, my dude. This would be one of those things where I would be like, dang, my subconscious needs to cool it.
Yeah.
That's not even subtext, my dude. That is text. I grasp at the fragments as they recede, but fail to catch any of them. Dismissing it like I do most mornings, I climb out of bed and find some newly laundered sweats in my walk-in closet. Outside, a leaden sky promises rain, and I'm not in the mood to be rained on during my run today. I head You live in Seattle!
Yeah, I'm like...
Bad news!
I don't know what you expect, man.
I head upstairs to my gym, switch on the TV for the morning business news, and step onto the treadmill.
Business news for business for this whatever the fuck his company does.
Alright, start placing your bets. Will we find out what the fuck Christian Grey Enterprises Holdings Inc. does?
What was it? Communications? Some vague shit like that.
He buys and sells businesses.
Yeah.
He does business. His job is business.
That's why he watches the business news.
Business news. My thoughts stray to the day. I've nothing but meetings, though I'm seeing my personal trainer later for a workout at my office. Bastille is always a welcome challenge. Nothing but meetings, but you're seeing your personal trainer, so it's not nothing but meetings.
I mean, unless you count the personal trainer as also a meeting.
Maybe.
Just not a business meeting. Though he is watching business news while doing it, so maybe it is a business meeting. Who the fuck knows? He's a CEO. He can write everything off as a business expense.
Maybe I should call Elena.
No.
For reference, if you are not familiar with this franchise, Elena is
his rapist.
Yeah. The woman who groomed and sexually abused him when he was a teenager, who is his mom's friend. And now I guess his business associate. Which, even if she wasn't a rapist, would still make this relationship pretty inappropriate.
Yeah.
Maybe I should call Elena? Yeah, maybe. We can do dinner later this week. I stop the treadmill breathless and head down to the showers to start another monotonous day.
Dude, you're like a multi-billionaire. You can choose whether or not your life is monotonous.
Yeah, like, I can't think of anyone who has more control over that than a billionaire. Anyway, this is a very small formatting thing, and it's something that I admit to not being the most consistent about all the time. But when you're writing from a first-person point of view, you don't need to italicize their thoughts, because everything is their thoughts. Anything that is not spoken dialogue is their thoughts. Like, I know that italicizing to show that a character is thinking something.
Like
actively
thinking something?
Yeah. Like this is, like a private line of dialogue, like a little, circle-y bubble in a comic.
Yeah.
That is pretty standard for a lot of fiction. Most commonly in, like, younger readers.
Yeah.
Like, young adult and children's, because it helps them understand that, oh, this is a private thought the person is having, and it's separate from narration.
This is like a book for adults.
I'm trying to phase out the italicized thoughts from some of my, like, older stuff. Like, not older as in age, but older as in the demographic it's aimed at, because there are typically better ways to show that the character is thinking about that, or to have that expressed in the narration.
Than just, like, straight, like, internal dialogue.
Doing it as in a first-person point of view book, wild.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to give it its own voice. Like, this is his intrusive thought.
This is the fucking inner goddess?
This is his inner goddess, yeah. His outer demon.
No, that's just him.
He is the outer demon. I'm gonna... Satan! You know what I'm gonna make it sound like Wound from Dogs in Love. if you haven't seen this much more famous videos from Jello Apocalypse, where it's Jello and friends playing Pokemon Coliseum, and it's a 3-part video series. The first one is about Pokemon Coliseum, and then the second 2 are the sequel game.
Yeah.
And they have the Teddy Ursa Wound,
Yeah.
who is just feral and vicious and is possessed by the angelic Wound.
Yeah.
It's angelic possession.
Quote unquote angelic.
Yeah, quote
It's
unquote.
a little
But,
evil. Like,
I mean, everything is eldritch and horrible, but it's great. It's fine. We love you, Jolteon. The promised child.
the promised child.
We're going to be referencing a lot of other things to get us through this.
We gotta survive.
And you should feel free to go check those things out. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Anywho. So from now on, I will try to remember, if I see the italicized, I will try to read it as Wound.
Yeah. Like, I was gonna say, though, it's all like, I sometimes use the italicized thought thing, but I tend to only do it mainly for, like, comedic effect.
Yeah, like none of what we're saying is impossible to
Yeah.
pull off. You could absolutely do this.
It's like that's an inside thought kind of thing.
It's just like, oh, don't say that out loud. Like, you can get away with a lot more in comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's rule of funny.
Yeah.
This is
just
meant to be serious.
which is just the way I live my life. But yeah, this is like which is why I'm saying that, like, if I was just someone who didn't know, like, was an actual fan of this series and, like, went into it as an adult reader with my specific proclivities, I would look at that and be all like, are we okay, that's kind of silly.
We're just being silly.
Well, this book is being silly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep. We have a time skip. Not a tilde. No tildes here.
Yes, that's right.
Just time skip, page break, or line break. Sorry, page break is something else.
Mm.
Tomorrow, I mutter, dismissing Claude Bastille as he stands at the threshold of my office. Is everyone's name in this just fucking silly? Claude Bastille. Do you think he's French?
I mean, that's kind of a badass name, though. Not gonna lie. Imagine.
Like, I'm mostly just thinking of Claude Von Regan.
Yeah. Also that.
And
But,
the
like,
Leicester Alliance.
But I'm just over here, like, awesome McCool name over here. I need an entire world of Finn Wolfhards. Like,
Everyone's name is just the most badass form it can pop. When he became a warrior, he chose his name. Sorry.
for context, that's a Warriors joke, and we're actually not suggesting you read Warriors.
I don't not suggest it. I just
You should.
I'm not
you
gonna
should
deny-
You should read Clouded Moon instead.
you should read the Alliance Saga, but I'm not going to deny the impact that Warriors had on me, or the fact that I do still enjoy some of it. So I still stock it for my students, at least the first arc and the mangas.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Anywho, okay.
I don't have any such nostalgic feelings.
Golf this week, Gray. Bastille grins with easy arrogance, knowing that his victory on the golf course is assured. Oh boy, they gave Christian a... I say they like I don't know. She gave Christian a flaw. He's not a good golfer.
That she actually acknowledges as a flaw?
I mean, I don't know if...
He's definitely a flawed person, but I feel
it's
like
the closest thing we're gonna get to him not being, like, perfect. Aside from, ooh, he's traumatized.
He's
I have to fix him.
traumatized and edgy.
Oh, shit, I forgot. I was gonna have all of his lines of dialogue be ooh-woo.
That's too much, man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to keep up.
It would have been funny, but I don't think I can do it.
I'm already gonna go insane from this.
I think we're just gonna start out with the silly names as our running gag and the wound voice.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that'll be more manageable.
Yeah.
And if if I just see a line that would be really perfect for Uwu, I will do it. But
Okay.
I'm not going to try to read all of his dialogue as Uwu. Sorry, supporters. I know we wanted it. I will try to do at least one Uwu per video. I scowl at him as he turns and leaves. His parting words rub salt into my wounds because because despite my heroic attempts during our workout today, my personal trainer has kicked my ass. Bastille is the only one who can beat me, and now he wants another pound of flesh on the golf course.
Oh, Jesus.
Or maybe he's just nice and likes his job. Oh my god. They all hated me. Hey, Goob, you want to hang out at my house? They despised me. Jesus Christ. It must be so exhausting to be you.
Yeah.
I detest golf, but so much business is done on the fairways. I have to endure his lessons there too, and though I hate to admit it, playing against Bastille does improve my game. As I stare out the window at the Seattle skyline, the familiar ennui seeps unwelcome into my consciousness. My mood is as flat and gray. Take a shot.
Whoop.
Take a shot. As the weather. My days are blending together with no distinction, and I need some kind of diversion.
Just like every sentence in this book.
I've worked all weekend, and now in the continued confines of my office, I'm restless. I shouldn't feel this way, not after several bouts with Bastille, but I do.
It sounds like you fucked him.
He does. Maybe he did.
Maybe he did.
This would,
Or
this would be marginally more
maybe
interesting.
Claude fucked Christian.
Yeah, that's what I was taking
Yeah.
from this. Because, my god, is this the most heterosexual and amatonormative take on kink ever. Just... Ugh. By the way, I've learned a new vocabulary word since we read 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Amatonormativity. Or No, I didn't. I guess.
No, you didn't.
Amatonormativity. Which is the placing of romantic relationships above all other forms of human connection. Because God forbid Christian Grey just be aromantic and just not interested in romantic relationships.
God forbid Christian Grey have friends. He doesn't have any friends.
No, he has his family members that, like, he barely tolerates. Claude Bastille apparently is not a friend, even though
it's
from
like his personal trainer, and he invites him out to golf on the weekends or whatever. Like,
or I guess that's just part of his training.
Is it really though? It's fucking golf.
I don't know, dude.
Our useless ass lump of a president golfs. Is it really physical training?
Which also reminds me,
What?
who do you think works the least in this world? Like, of all the people who technically on paper have a job, who would you say probably spends the least amount of their personal time doing that job?
Yeah, CEOs.
CEOs and billionaires, right?
Yeah.
Like, if
They
you're
don't need to work.
Like, if you're the CEO of, like, a small startup, you're probably actually there doing the work.
They delegate tasks to other people. They hire other people to cover those tasks, and then just kind of live off of, like, all of their wealth is, like, in company stock.
Yeah, like, even when it comes to, you know, making the big, like, all these meetings he's talking about, which I wonder if we'll ever actually see one of those meetings and what is discussed therein.
No.
Even those are normally more about just, like, meeting with your board of trustees.
Yeah.
Like,
Meeting with the fucking board.
In a post-Succession world, this book is just gonna feel so much less.
Maybe that'll be my aftercare this time around, and you get to watch an episode of Succession with me afterward. This is like...
I mean, I'll do it if you want me to. I acknowledge that Succession is a very well-written and well-acted show, and there are parts of it that I will sit down and watch, but as, like, an overall concept, I do not enjoy Succession.
Well, yeah, no one's supposed to enjoy Succession.
No one wants to be here.
You watch it because you hate America and how capitalism works.
Remember the election episode where I was like, "Oh, what election is this?" And then I saw who won, and I'm like, "Oh, I know."
I know what election this is. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't watch Succession because you love the premise. You watch it because you hate America and capitalism.
You watch it because you hate Kendall Roy, and you'll want to watch him suffer.
I mean, you know what? Even by the end of it, you're not watching it because you hate Kendall Roy because he's too pathetic to hate.
Not for me. Skill issue.
You haven't seen the whole thing. He's just kind of pathetic. Like your hate is too much for him. He'd crumble. He'd die.
Then let him die. There you go. There's your first Phalus reference if you want to keep a tally of those. All right, let's keep fucking going. I frown. The sobering truth is that the only thing to capture my interest recently has been my decision to send 2 freighters of cargo to Sudan. This reminds me.
Cargo, so it's not all. It's also not communications.
Well, this could be his charity work. I don't know. This reminds me. Ross is supposed to come back to me with numbers and logistics. What the hell is keeping her? I check my schedule and reach for the phone. Damn. I have to endure an interview with the persistent Miss Kavanaugh for the WSU student newspaper. Why the hell did I agree to this?
Why did you agree?
Oh, wait.
Why the hell did I agree to this?
I loathe interviews, inane questions, and from ill-informed, envious people intent on probing my private life.
Oh my god.
And she's a student.
The phone buzzes. Yes, I snap at Andrea as if she's to blame. At least I can keep this interview short. No mention of him being like, "Oh, I'm not controlling my temper." Just, I snap at Andrea as if she's to blame. No further unpacking of that. No.
Stop snapping at your secretary, asshole.
Well, and it's like, why are you going to follow it up with as if she's to blame? If not to then also have him be like, kind of like, "Oh, I'm being kind of shitty. But I don't know how not to be shitty." Like, I don't know. It just feels weird to just leave it there by itself.
Well, he's just kind of a dick.
Yeah, he's just kind of a dick.
Also, yeah, I'm gonna be squeaking in my chair a lot because, God, this... Like...
You just kind of gotta wiggle to get through it.
Yeah, this... E.L. James's writing is really exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm just like, God, I don't want to be here.
Miss Anastasia Slate is here to see you, Mr. Gray. Dove, I was expecting Catherine Kavanaugh. It's Anastasia Smoke who's here, sir. I hate the unexpected. Show her in.
Well, Miss Kavanaugh is unavailable.
I know her father, Eamon, the owner of Kavanaugh Media. We've done business together.
Business.
And he seems like a shrewd operator and a rational human being. This interview is a favor to him, one that I mean to cash in on later when it suits me. So you do know why you did this. Why didn't you just say that earlier? And I have to admit I was vaguely curious about his daughter, interested to see if the apple has fallen far from the tree. So that's 2 reasons why you're doing this. Why were you confused? A commotion at the door brings me to my feet.
But also, you just heard that Anastasia was the one doing this interview, not Catherine Kavanaugh. So why even have this like little diatribe of like, oh, yeah. I want to see what she's...
This should be coming before the call that says that it's Anastasia.
Yeah.
And then he might have some reason to be a little bit put off by the fact that, oh, I was looking forward to talking to this person who I have business ties with, and now it's just some rando I don't know. Just slightly reorder this, and it will improve it so much. A commotion at the door brings me to my feet as a whirl of long chestnut hair, pale limbs, and brown boots dives headfirst into my office. Repressing my natural annoyance at such clumsiness, I hurry over to the girl who has landed on her hands and knees on the floor. Clasping slim shoulders, I help her to her feet. Clear, embarrassed eyes meet mine and halt me in my tracks. They are the most extraordinary color, powder blue, and guileless, and for one awful moment I think she can see right through me, and I'm left exposed. Imagine getting like the most no thoughts, head empty stare in your life and being like, she can see right through me.
You can tell it's a Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah. The thought is unnerving, so I dismiss it immediately. She has a small, sweet face that is blushing now, an innocent, pale rose. Shut the fuck up. I wonder briefly if all her skin is like that, flawless, and what it would look like pink and warm from the bite of a cane.
Bro.
Just
Sir? Right off the bat, he's sexualizing this college student.
Who just fell into his office, like...
Yeah. Like, dude, what if he goes out to, like, a restaurant or something, and the waitress just happens to have, you know, brown hair, and he's just sitting there, like, freaking the fuck out.
No one tell Christian about the Applebee's with the pretty waitress.
Straight up. It's like, dude.
Applebee's is like a religion.
Applebee's is like a religion.
Can I pull off a good Jenny Nicholson? I don't think so, but...
Don't worry about it.
Whatever, you all know what I'm talking about. If you're watching this channel, there's no way you don't watch Jenny Nicholson, right? Also, yeah, we're gonna have to at some point bring up the fact that there's very thinly veiled themes of DDLG.
Yeah.
Which would be fine if they just said it. Like, much of this would just be fine if they would just say what it is.
Just say it.
Like,
say it with your whole chest.
Just be who you are, okay? Like, stop trying to pretend that it's something else. That's the part that's pissing me off.
Damn.
I stopped my wayward thoughts, alarmed at their direction. Oh my god, we're supposed to think it's... Okay, I take it back. It's intentional.
What the hell are you thinking, Gray?
This girl is much too young. She gapes at me, and I resist rolling my eyes.
Yeah, baby. It's just a face, and it's only skin deep.
I need to dispel that admiring look from those eyes. But let's have some fun in the process. There is an exclamation point on this. Again, very strange thing to see a narration outside of, like, media for younger audiences.
Or comedy.
And it's not even one of the italicized lines. That's a choice.
Okay.
Miss Kavanaugh, I'm Christian Grey. Are you all right? Would you like to sit? So he just starts off gaslighting her. Like, in 50 Shades of Grey, there is some plausible deniability to the fact that she was buzzed up as her roommate. Like, I don't remember that scene exactly. I don't remember if she overheard the conversation with the secretary or not. But you could understand him saying, oh, like, Miss Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
We are confirming that he damn well knows that that is not Kate. But he's fucking with her anyway. Just to set her off on edge. That's... What an asshole. This is what's fun for you?
We already
You're
fucking
a billionaire.
Well, I mean, being an asshole is really fun for a billionaire.
Oh, shit, you're right. Forgot. For a moment, I thought billionaires were people. There's that blush again. In command once more, I study her. She's quite attractive. Slight, pale, with a mane of dark hair barely contained by a hair tie. A brunette. Would you classify Chestnut as dark?
Yeah, I would say.
I always thought of Chestnut as kind of a reddish. I might be thinking more of like russet.
Yeah.
I don't actually
Chestnut
know
does have like a bit of red to it, but like it's darker brown.
Okay.
Yeah, she's attractive.
I extend my hand as she stutters the beginning of a mortified apology and places her hand in mine. Her skin is cool and soft, but her handshake surprisingly firm. Miss Kavanagh is indisposed, so she sent me. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Gray. Her voice is quiet with a hesitant musicality, and she blinks erratically, long lashes fluttering. Unable to keep the amusement from my voice as I recall her less than elegant entrance into my office, I ask who she is. Anastasia Porpoise. I'm studying English literature with Kate, Catherine, Miss Kavanagh at WSU Vancouver.
A bashful bookish type, eh?
She looks it, poorly dressed, her slight frame hidden beneath a shapeless sweater, an A-line brown skirt, and utilitarian boots.
Does she have any sense of style at all?
She's in college, dude.
Shut the fuck up. She shops at Goodwill. I mean, to be fair, you can style some sick fits at Goodwill.
Yeah, but I mean, you know.
No, now I'm just thinking of our last trip to Goodwill. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I have to tell you guys.
Right, story time.
Story time. That was a really good Thomas Sanders.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You did good.
Good. Thank
Anyway, sorry, I just have to compliment my husband like all the time or I'll die.
you.
So, the last time we went to Goodwill, we were taking our stuff that we have been meaning to donate for a long time. And, you know, it's Goodwill. We're going to hang out and invite our friends to come hang out. And we were all having a good time until
So they were doing like
remodeling,
some
I
remodeling, yeah, inside, and like it was minor enough that, you know, they were letting people in and whatever. Just
It was just like one small section that was being
it was like the books
adjusted.
section.
Yeah, it was the book section. It was specifically the bookcases
Yeah, the
were being prepared to be taken apart.
bookshelves.
Yeah, the bookshelf. Tell them what's wrong with this.
Okay, so like, you know, the first thing I hear is just this very loud, like, kind of saw sound.
Because it was.
Yeah.
It was a saw.
And then I look over and I see sparks. And my brain is like, well, that's peculiar. and then I look and I blink and I stare at it for a bit more. And I'm like, oh, those are sparks flying from the top of the bookcase. These metal bookcases. Where this guy is on a ladder, like, evening out bolts, I assume, at the top of the bookcase by, like, standing/sawing them off with a metal saw. There's sparks flying all over.
Several feet.
Several feet.
Like, these sparks had a range of, I want to say, at least, like, 3.5 feet.
Over these, you know, rows and rows of old books inside a Goodwill.
And people are just walking by.
People are just walking by. It's not even like roped off. I went over there and walked by myself after he was done and found just screws with pointy ends just lying about the floor. And I'm just over here like, well.
It's like one of those pictures where, like, the longer you look at it, the worse it gets.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting here. I'm smelling like kind of, you know, that sulfurous, like, hot smell.
The smell of something right before it catches fire.
Well, yeah, like the smell of sparks from metal. And I'm just over here like, I'm in danger.
Like,
and this is
I remember you just coming over to me and being like, we should leave. Holy OSHA violation, Batman. I don't even think they were wearing gloves.
No. And I was just sitting here like, one, why isn't this roped off? Two, why are they doing it just over all of these old books?
They did not move the book.
They didn't move the books. The books were just on the shelf. Like, they could have caught fire easily, but they didn't, thank God.
Even if the books didn't catch fire, there's also, it's a Goodwill. things are packed in pretty tight. These sparks are falling onto cotton clothes. You know the thing about natural fibers?
Yeah.
They're really flammable.
I'm just over here like, oh god. I gotta leave, man. and I look over and my friends who just arrived are coming up to me and I'm just like, I turn to my friend and I'm like, I'm about to have a fucking heart attack. We gotta go. I'm sorry you just got here, but we gots to go.
We gotta get
I can't be in here right now. I'm fearing for my life.
And the whole time I'm like, how do we report this? Who let this happen? And that is still not as big of a violation as this fucking book. Oh,
Christian Grey is just a walking OSHA violation.
he truly is. Oh, God.
Okay.
She looks nervously around my office, everywhere but at me, I note with amused irony. Just like I was looking everywhere except... I was laughing my ass off because it's that, like, you know, when something...
You gotta laugh or else you'll cry.
Yeah.
And shit a little bit.
Like, your brain just kind of is like, oh, we're gonna laugh or cry, you gotta pick one. Sorry, honey. How can this young woman be a journalist? She doesn't have an assertive bone in her body. She's flustered, meek, submissive. She's not Lois Lane, that's for fucking sure.
Dude.
God, imagine Lois Lane just giving him the dressing down of his life.
She'd kill him. She'd
just
kill this man.
Kill him with a look. Bemused at my inappropriate thoughts, I shake my head and wonder if first impressions are reliable. Muttering some platitude, I ask her to sit, then notice her discerning gaze appraising my office paintings. Before I can stop myself, I find I'm explaining them. A local artist, Troughton. They're lovely. Raising the ordinary to extraordinary, she says dreamily, lost in the exquisite fine artistry of Troughton's work. Her profile is delicate, an upturned nose, soft, full lips, and in her words she captured my sentiments exactly. Raising the ordinary to extraordinary. You know, actually, that shouldn't be in Wound's voice because that is just repeating something that she said.
Yeah.
That makes sense to be in italics.
Yeah.
Raising the ordinary to extraordinary. It's a keen observation. Miss Anastasia Led is bright. I don't think this was included in the original. Like, I don't recall her making any comments about the paintings.
I don't remember.
I agree and watch, fascinated as that flush creeps slowly over her skin once more. As I sit down opposite her, I try to bridle my thoughts. She fishes some crumpled sheets of paper and a digital recorder out of her large bag. She's all thumbs, dropping the damned thing twice on my Bauhaus coffee table. It's obvious she's never done this before, but for some reason I can't fathom, I find it amusing. That's the author smacking you with the be attracted stick. Under normal circumstances, her... I'm gonna do my best. I've never seen this word in my life.
Let me see.
Maladroitness? Maladroitness?
Maladroit, yeah.
Like, I want to say maladroit, so now... So,
yeah.
So I just assume that maladroit is wrong?
It's maladroit, I think.
I'll look it up later.
Yeah.
Would irritate the hell out of me, but now I hide my smile beneath my index finger and resist the urge to set it up for her myself. As she fumbles and grows more and more flusters, it occurs to me that I could refine her motor skills with the aid of a riding crop.
Dude!
Adeptly used, it can bring even the most skittish to heel. The errant thought makes me shift in my chair. She peeks up at me and bites down on her full bottom lip.
Fuck! How did I not notice how inviting that mouth is?
Sorry, I'm not used to this. I can tell. See, I feel like that should be his voice, but I'm sticking to it.
I can tell, baby, but right now I don't give a damn because I can't take my eyes off your mouth.
If there are any straight men in the audience, give us some hope that you think this is just as weird as we do.
Please,
The
God,
fuck is this?
what even?
Maybe I'm just too asexual, but this seems like way overdoing it. Like, there's thinking that someone's pretty, and then there's
You just
whatever this
met
is.
this girl.
You haven't even really met her. Take all the time you need, main character syndrome. I need another moment to marshal my wayward thoughts.
Gray, stop this now.
Do you mind if I record your answers? She asks, her face candid and expectant. I want to laugh. After you've taken so much trouble to set up the recorder, you ask me now? She blinks, her eyes large and lost for a moment. I feel like that happens a lot. And I'm overcome by an unfamiliar twinge of guilt.
Stop being such a shit, Gray.
No, I don't mind. I don't want to be responsible for that look. Did Miss Kavanaugh, explain what the interview was for? The other running gag is I'm going to try to be as competent as possible when reading Anastasia's dialogue. Yes, to appear in the graduation issue of the student newspaper, as I shall be giving the commencement address at this year's graduation ceremony. Why the hell I've agreed to do that, I don't know. Sam in PR tells me that WSU's Environmental Sciences Department needs the publicity in order to attract additional funding to match the grant I've given them, and Sam will go to any lengths for media exposure. Yeah, okay.
I'm okay, this is something that I just tend to do, like, even with, like, sequels and these spin-off books and everything like that. I always try to, like, read a thing, like, I want to see if it stands on its own, and, like, how would I react to this if, I was in a library looking for something to read, and I picked this up randomly, and I picked this up randomly and just started reading it. Would I be interested in this book? Like, does it stand on its own? No.
No, it's just
it
bad.
Somehow stands on its own even less than the original does.
Because it's literally just a companion to, like, you'd have to read the original to get most of this stuff.
But, like...
Because it's not really fully developing anything, it's just kind of half-heartedly
it's reacting to things.
Yeah.
It's just reaction. And I'm just over here like, if by some chance you picked this up randomly in a library, devoid of context of what
came
before, you would think that this is bullshit.
Yeah. And it is.
And it is.
And it is.
It is bullshit.
Oh, it's a piece of shit. Anyway, Protag McBlankslate blinks once more, as if this is news to her, and she looks disapproving. Hasn't she done any background work for this interview? She should know this. The thought cools my blood. It's displeasing, not what I expect from someone who's imposing on my time. Good. I have some questions, Mr. Gray. She tucks a lock of hair behind her ear, distracting me from my annoyance. Well, he's too horny to be annoyed. I thought you might, I said dryly. Let's make her squirm. Obligingly she does, then pulls herself upright and squares her small shoulders. She means business. Leaning forward, she presses the start button on the recorder and frowns as she glances down at her crumpled notes. There's so much contradictory shit in just those, like, 2 paragraphs.
Yeah. Just like...
He's pissed off that she hasn't done any research, which, granted, she is taking over for Kate kind of last minute, but she had time in the waiting room to at least figure some shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Or she could explain that she's filling in because, it's a last minute thing and we really, like... Okay, I've never interviewed a very important, powerful person before, but if I was being asked to fill in for someone who is supposed to be doing so, I'd probably open by saying, oh, so-and-so wishes to extend their apologies that they couldn't make it. Your time is so valuable that we didn't want you to have to reschedule. I am, like, new at this, but I hope that I will still be able to provide, like,
Yeah.
you know, just explain the situation a
Yeah.
little, slightly.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at talking to people. I can barely fucking read the book, but I would still do that much. But then it's like, oh, she means business. As she's just being the most unprofessional possible, incompetent person.
He just likes the word business, okay?
Yeah.
Just let him,
That's
just let him
his
say
vocal
his
stem.
comfort word.
You're very young to have amassed such an empire. To what do you owe your success?
Surely she can do better than this. What a dull question. Not one iota of originality. It's disappointing. You can see that she's reading off notes.
I'm just over here like, also, this is for a fucking college newspaper.
It's
like...
a puff piece, dude. You're doing this for PR. Shut the fuck up. I trot out my usual response about having exceptional people working for me. People I trust insofar as I trust anyone and pay well. Blah, blah, blah. But Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way. The simple fact is, I'm brilliant at what I do. For me, it's like falling off a log. Buying ailing, mismanaged companies and fixing them, keeping some, or if they're really broken, stripping their assets and selling them off to the highest bidder. It's simply a question of knowing the difference between the two, and invariably it comes down to the people in charge. To succeed in business, you need good people, and I can judge a person better than most.
Business.
So yeah, that he has explained what his company does, but in the most vague way possible. The fuck does that mean? Maybe I'm just not a business person. Maybe if I had majored in business, I'd understand what the fuck he's talking about. Maybe I'm the problem. But somehow I have my doubts. I have my doubts that this is the one gold nugget of truth in this elephant-sized shit pile.
Well, like, the thing is that for a company to get big enough to, like, make buying other companies their business, it takes a long time. It's really weird that he's in, like, his, what, late 20s?
Mid-20s, I think. Like, I think he's 25 or something.
And also, like...
27?
I don't know. But anyway, just, like... Yeah, it is kind of weird that his business is literally just buying other businesses. Like, what did it start out as?
Yeah, like, when I think of, companies and businesses that, like, buy and sell other companies, I'm thinking, like, Disney.
Yeah,
like huge media conglomerates.
Yes. Huge media conglomerates.
Google.
Viacom. Like, yeah, you gotta kind of...
multi-generational corporation.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And even then he's like, it's not a corporation, it's a holdings fucking incorporated CC some shit or fucking whatever. I don't know what the fuck is Gray Enterprises Inc.
Holdings Inc.
Holdings Inc.
Whatever. Maybe you're just lucky, she says quietly.
Lucky?
A frisson of annoyance runs through me.
Lucky?
How dare she? She looks unassuming and quiet, but this question? No one has ever suggested that I was lucky. Hard work, bringing people with me, keeping a close watch on them, and second-guessing them if I need to.
Hard work and $1 billion gift from mommy.
And if they aren't up to the task, ditching them.
That's what I do, and I do it well. It's nothing to do with luck. Well, to hell with that.
Flaunting my erudition, I quote the words of Andrew Carnegie, my favorite industrialist.
You have a favorite industrialist?
The growth and development of people is the highest calling of leadership. You sound like a control freak, she says, and she's perfectly serious.
What the hell?
Maybe she can see through me.
Control is my middle name, sweetheart.
Okay.
I glare at her, hoping to intimidate her. That is the most pathetic thing. Oh, he's such a dog. He's glaring at her to intimidate her. Aww.
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 Aww, little pee-pee.
Aww.
Aww. Little pee-pee.
Aww. Did the little puppy get his toy taken away? Like, goddamn. Hey, quit that, Winnie. You're making lots of noise.
You're being a butthead.
Give me a little butthead. That's all right. It is. It's bedtime. She wants us to go to bed, but we're only halfway through this fucking chapter. We might need to pause and come back. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get through these in single sessions. Winnie, stop it. No, wait. I'll glare at her to intimidate her. Oh, I exercise control in all things.
Oh, God.
Your name.
Your name.
Your name.
YN.
Thanks, Carlotta.
YN.
YN. Your name. Oh. And I'd like to exercise it over you right here, right now. That attractive blush steals across her face and she bites that lip again. I ramble on, trying to distract myself from her mouth. Besides,
Fucking lip!
immense power is acquired by assuring yourself in your secret reveries that you were born to control things. Do you feel that you have immense power? She asks in a soft, soothing voice, but she arches a delicate brow with a look that conveys her censure. Is she deliberately trying to goad me? Is it her questions, her attitude, or the fact that I find her attractive that's pissing me off?
Dude, she
My
doesn't
annoyance
even know
grows.
you. Fucking chill.
I employ over 40,000 people. That gives me a certain sense of responsibility, power, if you will. If I were to decide I was no longer interested in the telecommunications business and sell, 20,000 people would struggle to make their mortgage payments after a month or so. Her mouth pops open at my response. That's more like it.
Suck it up, baby.
I feel my equilibrium returning. Don't you have a board to answer to? I own my company. I don't have to answer to a board. She should know this. Except, isn't incorporated means that you have shareholders?
Yeah.
Again, I'm not a schooler. I am not knowledgeable of the business things. But
yeah, incorporated usually means like there's
someone you're answering to.
Yeah.
Because those people invest in your company so that it can get started.
Yeah.
And then you become successful, or fail, but in this case become successful, and then those people get their investment back from the profits that are generated by the company. That's the whole purpose
of a corporation.
Yeah. Anyway. And do you have any interests outside your work? She continues hastily, correctly gauging my reaction. She knows I'm pissed, and for some inexplicable reason, this pleases me. I have varied interests, Bella Swan. Very varied. You're proud of that sentence, huh? Very varied. Images of her in assorted positions in my playroom flash through my mind. Shackled on the cross, spread-eagled on the four-poster, splayed over the whipping bench. And behold, there's that blush again.
Just met her.
It's like a defense mechanism. Also, assorted positions, but I'm like...
Assorted positions.
Shackled on the cross, spread-eagle four-poster, splayed over the bench. So just legs open. You're just imagining legs open. Yeah. That's the position in all of these.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call them assorted positions. That's like saying that the chocolate-covered caramels and the peanut caramels are that's like saying Almond Joys and Mounds. Those are the only two things you got. Are an assorted flavor set. Because one's got almonds and one doesn't. But if you work so hard, what do you do to chill out? Chill out? Those words out of her smart mouth sound odd but amusing. What about her has conveyed intelligence so far? So far, she has wiped the fuck out on your floor. Barely been able to set up a tape recorder. And just read these questions verbatim off a crumpled piece of paper. What smart mouth? She has... Besides, when do I get time to chill out? She has no idea what I do. Neither do we. But she looks at me.
I don't think anyone knows what the fuck you do, dude.
She looks at me again with those ingenuous big eyes. That must be a different word that I don't know. Whatever, it's late. And to my surprise, I find myself considering her question.
What do I do to chill out?
Sailing, flying, fucking, testing the limits of attractive brunettes like her and bringing them to heel. The thoughts make me shift in my seat, but I answer her smoothly, omitting a few favorite hobbies. You invest in manufacturing. Why specifically? I like to build things. I like to know how things work.
This is a telecommunications company, but I also like to invest in manufacturing because I'm an insane person.
What makes things tick, how to construct and deconstruct. And I have a love of ships, what can I say? They transport food around the planet. That part's not in the quotation, that part's just there. They transport food around the planet.
Yeah.
You'd think that would have been included in his love of ships. Especially if he's going to follow up by talking about his philanthropic work, which, for a puff piece like this, would be a really good idea, since you're trying to drum up positive PR, you fucking idiot. Again, not a schooler. Don't know nothing about business. Feel like I could do this better than him.
That sounds like your heart talking rather than logic and facts. Heart? Me? Oh no, baby.
My heart was savaged beyond recognition.
One sec.
Sorry, emo hair.
Emo hair. Gotta put my emo bang on.
When I was a young boy, my heart was savaged beyond recognition.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
Possibly, though there are people who'd say I don't have a heart.
Why would they say that?
Because they know me well. I give her a wry smile. In fact, no one knows me that well, except maybe Elena. I wonder what she would make of little Snow Queen's ice dragon here. The girl is a mass of contradictions. Shy, awkward, obviously bright. Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
And arousing as hell. Debatable! Highly debatable.
I'm just over here like...
To you.
I'm just over here like... Dude...
You just met. You barely met.
Yes, okay, I admit it. I find her alluring.
She recites the next question by rote. Would your friends say you're easy to get to know? Feel like you can answer this one on
He
your
doesn't
own.
have friends.
I'm a very private person. I go a long way to protect my privacy. That's the same sentence. I don't often give interviews. That's the third way of writing that sentence. Also, not giving interviews doesn't have anything to do with friends saying you're easy to get to know. Doing what I do, living the life I've chosen.
Also,
I need my privacy.
Okay, something I do want to point out though is that like he's all like, "Oh, my friends say I don't have a heart," but you're like literally supposed to be highlighting your philanthropic like deeds in this puff piece.
Yeah, like why
For a college newspaper.
where you're presenting at graduation. Why would you say that?
Fucking lie, dude. Dumb sack of shit. Say, oh yeah,
Worst interview in the world.
I'm a very giving and kind person.
I
Because I'm a billionaire, but I have a heart of gold.
dead ass thought you were gonna say I'm a vampire. Why did you agree to do this one? Because I'm a benefactor of the university, and for all intents and purposes, I couldn't get Miss Kavanaugh off my back. She
Oh my
badgered
God.
and badgered my PR people, and I admire that kind of tenacity. Imagine if they just published this whole thing. But I'm glad it's you who turned up and not her.
Local man just can't give an interview worth a shit. How did how how is this company not like fallen into a PR pit?
Thank God he's not on Twitter.
He tweets one thing and it's fucking over.
You also invest in farming technologies. Why are you so interested in this area? We can't eat money, Vanilla Ice. And there are too many people on this planet who don't have food. That was a really perfectly timed silly name.
I'm just over here like, there's plenty of food out there. Just donate your money.
I stare at her, poker-faced. That sounds very philanthropic. Is that something you feel passionately about, feeding the world's poor? Yeah, maybe if you'd mentioned the food thing earlier, she'd get a sense of that. She regards me with a puzzled look, as if I'm a conundrum, but there's no way I want her seeing into my dark soul.
Shut the fuck up.
When I was a young boy.
boy.
I just really fucked my vocal cords on that one. This is not an area open to discussion. Move it along, Gray. It's shrewd business, I mutter, feigning boredom, and I imagine fucking that mouth to distract myself from all thoughts of hunger.
It's shrewd business to be charitable. Dude, just say, yeah, I care a lot about feeding the world's poor. That's all you gotta say.
Yes, her mouth needs training, and I imagine her on her knees before me. Now that thought is appealing.
Why can't he just give, like, the most generic answers? Like every other fucking billionaire.
Who finds this attractive? Who's reading this like, oh yeah. Like, who's into
I
this?
guess the people who thought 50 Shades of Grey was really got their motor going.
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Truly and deeply. And that's not me being like all, pearl clutchy, like, oh, I would never be interested in this kind of thing. Because I get it. I get the appeal of like, that whole fantasy of just a rich and powerful person that just is attracted to you for some inexplicable reason.
Yeah, like,
that no matter what you do, they're still gonna be into you, and
yeah.
also like the having the rich boyfriend who can buy you all the things. Like, these are understandable and common fantasies. This is not me being like, oh, any woman who gets off to slightly problematic porn is a bad feminist or some bullshit like that. This book specifically is like the worst version of that.
It's so boring.
It's not even like fun. She's not jabbing back in any way.
Well, yeah,
she's not.
all of this is like inside his head, and he's just over there like giving fucking douche canoe answers to her questions, and I'm just like.
Which, again, if this was a thriller, if he was meant to be treated as an unreliable narrator by the text, or at least in the context of the audience understanding that, we could have something here. But no.
Instead...
He has PTSD, and that's his problem, and he just needs the love of the right woman to fix it. I hate this.
I hate this.
She recites her next question, dragging me away from my fantasy. Do you have a philosophy? If so, what is it? I don't have a philosophy as such. Maybe a guiding principle. Carnegie's. A man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else to which he is justly entitled. I'm very singular, driven. I like control of myself and those around me. Way to give the most Batman villain-ass answer to all of these questions. Also, you're very singular, but you're investing in manufacturing and farming tech, and that doesn't sound, and you're a telecom company, like, that doesn't sound very singular, but okay. Everything just contradicts itself. So you want to possess things?
Yeah, baby. You, for one.
I frowned, startled by the thought. You literally were just imagining fucking her. Like, what do you mean you're startled by this?
Oh, what am I thinking about? Oh.
I want to deserve to possess them, but yes, bottom line, I do.
You sound like the ultimate consumer.
Her voice is tinged with disapproval, pissing me off again. And again, he is getting legitimately mad. It's not a fun little brat and brat tamer routine, okay? He is actually mad. I am. She sounds like a rich kid who's had all she ever wanted, but as I take a closer... How? How does she sound like that? Explain.
Explain.
I don't need everything in a book fucking force-fed to me, but explain this.
Also, like, dude, ever since you were 5 or something, you have also been a rich kid who hasn't had to work for anything.
But as I take a closer look at her clothes, she's dressed in clothes from some cheap store like Old Navy or H&M. Bitch! Cheap store like Old Navy or H&M. Sound like a rich... Shut the fuck up. Goodwill, bitch.
Goodwill.
Eco Thrift. Have you heard of them?
Ross.
Marshalls. Kmart. I don't know if Kmart still existed, but Kmart. Walmart even. Come on. These are more famous American stores that sell cheap clothing than fucking Old Navy and H&M. Are you shitting me? I know that isn't it. She hasn't grown up in an affluent household.
I could really take care of you. Where the hell did that thought come from?
Oh no, there's a third one!
That's wound. I could take care of you. Where the hell did that come?
Wound is also in here. There's gonna be like the italicized and then the bold, like. Although now that I consider it, I do need a new sub. It's been, what, 2 months since Susanna, and here I am salivating over this woman. I try an agreeable smile. Nothing wrong with consumption. After all, it drives what's left of the After all, it drives what's left of the American economy. I'm trying.
You were adopted. How much do you think that shaped the way you are?
The fuck? What does this have to do with the price of oil? It's a puff piece. What a ridiculous question. If I'd stayed with the crack whore, I'd probably be dead. I blow her off with a non-answer, trying to keep my voice level, but she pushes me, demanding to know how old I was when I was adopted.
Shut her down, Gray.
My tone goes cold. That's a matter of public record, instant ramen. She should know this too. Now she looks contrite as she tucks an escaped strand of hair behind her ear.
Good.
You've had to sacrifice family life for your work. That's not a question, I snap. She startles, clearly embarrassed, but she has the grace to apologize, and she rephrases the question. Have you had to sacrifice family life for your work? What do I want with a family? I have a family. I have a brother, a sister, and 2 loving parents. I'm not interested in extending my family beyond that.
Are you gay, Mr. Gray? What the hell?
I cannot believe she said that out loud. Ironically, the question even my own family will not ask. How dare she? I have a sudden urge to drag her out of her seat, bend her over my knee, spank her, and then fuck her over my desk with her hands tied behind her back.
A completely normal reaction to being asked if you're gay or not.
Once again, I need to remind you, he is legitimately pissed. Okay, this isn't a jokey joke. This isn't a fun little banter. He is actually mad.
So angry.
That would answer her ridiculous question. I take a deep, calming breath. To my vindictive delight, she appears to be mortified by her own question.
It's not even her question, though. She's clearly, like, reading off a list. Like...
No insert plug-in here, I'm not. I raise my eyebrows but keep my expression impassive. Born sexy yesterday. It's a lovely name. I like the way my tongue rolls around it. I apologize. It's, written here. She's at it again with the hair behind the ear. Obviously, it's a nervous habit. Are these not her questions? I ask her and she pales. Damn, she really is attractive in an understated sort of way. I think this is the third time the word pale has been used. How many more times do we have to say pale before I just start thinking there's some racial undertones to this?
I mean, there was definitely racial undertones in Twilight.
Yeah, because if I recall correctly, one of the only, like, female co-workers of his that isn't treated as, oh, this is an intimidating possible love interest, is Ross with the helicopter earlier, who is portrayed by a black woman in the movies. I don't know. I might be reaching, but something don't feel right here.
Also, literally, like, the one Hispanic guy just cannot stop, like, spouting off them.
Dios mío.
Dios mío.
Yeah. I don't know. I might be reaching, but I might not be. No, Kate, Miss Kavanaugh, she compiled the questions. Are you colleagues on the student paper? No, she's my roommate. I don't know what Anastasia's voice is. I'm doing my best here. No wonder she's all over the place. I scratch my chin, debating whether or not to give her a really hard time. What a dick!
It's like she literally just said that she's not a journalist. She's just, like, here as a stand-in. What a dickhead. Did you volunteer to do this interview, I ask, and I'm rewarded with her submissive look. She's nervous about my reaction. I like the effect I have on her. Again, she's not doing that because it's fun and cute for her. She's doing that because she's legitimately nervous. I was drafted. She's not well. Her voice is soft. That explains a great deal. And yet he still wants to be an asshole about it. There's a knock at the door and Andrea appears. Mr. Gray, forgive me for interrupting, but your next meeting is in 2 minutes. We're not finished here, Andrea. Please cancel my next meeting. 2 minutes notice? Fuck you. Andrea gapes at me, looking confused. I stare at her. Out, now. I'm busy with little untoasted white bread here. Very well, Mr. Gray, she says, recovering quickly, and turning on her heels, she leaves us. I turn my attention back to the intriguing, frustrating creature on the couch. Where were we? What's a butt plug? Please don't let me keep you from anything. Oh no, baby. It's my turn now. I want to know if there are any secrets to uncover behind that lovely face. I want to know about you. I think that's only fair. It's not. This is an interview. Yeah. You are there to answer questions. As I lean back and press my fingers to my lips, her eyes flick to my mouth and she swallows. Oh yes, the usual effect. And it is gratifying to know she isn't completely oblivious of my charms. There's not much to know, she says, her blush returning. How many times is she gonna blush? Damn. I'm intimidating her. Again, this isn't a fun, cute thing. She is actually being intimidated. What are your plans after you graduate? I haven't made any plans, Mr. Gray. I just need to get through my final exams. We run an excellent internship program here. This is inappropriate.
This is workplace harassment, if she were to accept. It's harassment in general if she doesn't. What possessed me ever to say that? It's against the rules, Gray. Never fuck the staff, but you're not fucking this girl. She looks surprised and her teeth sink into that lip again. Why is that so arousing? Oh, I'll bear that in mind, she replies, though I'm not sure I'd fit in here. Why do you say that? I ask. What's wrong with my company? It's obvious, isn't it? Not to me. I'm confounded by her response. She's flustered again as she reaches for the recorder. Shit, she's going. Mentally, I run through my schedule for that afternoon. There is nothing that won't keep. Would you like me to show you around?
I'm sure you're far too busy, Mr. Gray, and I do have a long drive.
So no.
The answer is no.
If someone is making up excuses for why they can't do something, the answer is no. You're driving back to Vancouver? I glance out the window. It's one hell of a drive and it's raining. You're in Washington.
It's always raining.
It's always raining. That's like, oh damn, you're gonna go for a drive in California, but it's so bright and sunny out. We wear sunglasses, dickweed. It's... She shouldn't be driving in this weather, but I can't forbid her. The thought irritates me. Well, you'd better drive carefully. My voice is sterner than I intend. She fumbles with the recorder. She wants out of my office, and to my surprise, I don't want her to go. Did you get everything you need? I ask in a transparent effort to prolong her stay.
Yes, sir,
she says quietly. Her response floors me, the way those words sound coming out of that smart mouth, again where, and briefly I imagine that mouth at my beck and call. Thank you for the interview, Mr. Gray. The pleasure's been all mine, I respond, truthfully, because I haven't been this fascinated by anyone for a while. You've been annoyed and pissed off. The thought is unsettling. She stands and I extend my hand, eager to touch her. Ew. Ew. That's gross. Until we meet again, blonde buying overpriced bread. My voice is low as she places her hand in mine. Yes, I want to flog and fuck this girl in my playroom, have her bound and wanting, needing me, trusting me. I swallow.
It ain't gonna happen, Gray.
Mr. Gray? She nods and withdraws her hand quickly, too quickly. I can't let her go like this. It's obvious she's desperate to leave. It's irritating, but inspiration hits me as I open my office door. It's again, she wants to leave. It's not cute. He is literally trying to stop her from exiting a situation where she is clearly uncomfortable. This is not BDSM. This is harassment. Just ensuring you make it through the door, I quip. Her lips form a hard line.
That's very considerate, Mr. Gray,
she snaps. I doubt it. My favorite pincushion bites back. I grin behind her as she exits and follow her out. Both Andrea and Olivia look up in shock.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the girl out.
Did you have a coat? I ask.
A jacket.
I give Olivia a pointed look, and she immediately leaps up to retrieve a navy jacket, passing it to me with her usual simpering expression. Christ, Olivia's annoying, mooning over me all the time. The jacket is worn and cheap. Miss Unicorn Target should be better dressed. I hold it up for her, and as I pull it over her slim shoulders, I touch the skin at the base of her neck. She stills at the contact and pales. A fourth time?
Something like that.
Yes.
She is affected by me. The knowledge is immensely pleasing.
She's scared of you, dude.
Yeah, she's turning pale, not... I would not consider that a positive reaction to being... Like, if I reached out and touched you and you turned noticeably paler, I would think, oh no, I have developed some kind of poisonous skin mutation. Like, I would not think, oh, he likes me. And I know you do like me. That's how much that would not signify attraction to me.
Yeah.
Strolling over to the elevator, I press the call button while she stands fidgeting beside me.
Oh, I could stop your fidgeting, baby.
The doors open and she scurries in, then turns to face me. She's more than attractive. I would go as far as to say she's beautiful.
Okay.
Mommy, I say in goodbye.
Christian,
she answers, her voice soft, and the elevator doors close, leaving my name hanging in the air between us, sounding odd and unfamiliar, but sexy as hell. I need to know more about this girl. Andrea, I bark as I return to my office. Get me Welch on the line now. As I sit at my desk and wait for the call, I look at the paintings on the wall of my office, and Freudian slips words drift back to me. Raising the ordinary to extraordinary. She could so easily have been describing herself. How? When? Explain!
Explain.
My phone buzzes. I have Mr. Welch on the line for you. Put him through. Yes, sir.
Welch, I need your background check.
I promised at least one woo per chapter, and that's the end, so I had to shove it in.
Amazing.
Oh, we're on. Oh, I need to find a bookmark for this one because there's no way in hell I'm going to remember this.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that's chapter 1 of Grey. We're off to a great start.
That was a very labored pun, I gotta say.
You can strangle me for it later. That's fine.
No, you'd enjoy that.
Damn it. It sees right through me. Just like Anastasia and her blank, vacant stare.
God damn.
Thank you to all of the supporters who submitted silly, silly names. I will find a way to mark the one that we're on. I'll put a little heart on it. If you want to submit more names, you can join the supporters on either Patreon or Ko-fi. It really helps motivate us to keep going through this kind of shit. It can be really hard to sit down and record.
I gave you a little Gudetama bookmark.
But yeah, this was an hour and a half long. And we're both working full time. So you can imagine it really takes a little extra extrinsic motivation to get us to sit and record these videos. So you could provide that, and you get to add silly names to the book. Isn't that fun? Don't you want to do that?
Everyone loves to add silly names to this book. Oh God, you gotta go through the fucking document again. Oh God. Oh God.
So yeah, if you want to just drop a cool 1,000 into the into the pot.
Please. Would you please? Fucking document. Oh God, we'll have to read the stupid ass document again.
I'm fucking losing it too. The email. No.
It's all coming back, and it's coming back hard. I'm hurting.
Oh no. Okay, well, Ray brought a cupcake home from work for me, and I'm gonna go. That's my aftercare. Okay, we have to have aftercare after every chapter. So my aftercare is gonna be eating the cupcake. Your aftercare is gonna be. It's kind of late to watch an episode of Succession.
Yeah, we'll watch an episode of Succession tomorrow.
Okay, but do something for yourself.
I'll think of something.
Like, wash your face and use some like nice lotions or something. I don't know.
I'll demand your phone and read one of the episodes of Cinderella Boy.
Yeah, you can have my phone and read some Cinderella Boy. Because we're fast passing and the new arc is really cute. We won't say anything more, but it's real cute. You should fast pass. You should read Cinderella Boy.
It's the real freaking back and forth of like, if the fast passers are having a good time, the non-fast passers aren't.
Yeah. And if the non-fast passers are like, yay, then we're just dying.
We're suffering.
Okay, but I do want to, again, tropes done so badly in this and so good in other places. Cinderella Boy, enemies / rivals to lovers. Like, where they have an antagonistic relationship to start out with, but then they're, like, so cute together.
Yeah.
And you know why? It's because Chase has a fucking backbone. Chase is like, I'll kick the shit out of him all,
Chase
God.
put
I don't
that
give a fuck.
God in his place.
Chase got that dog in him.
It's a gluten-free corn
It's a
dog.
gluten-free corn dog. But it's there. Because, you know, Chase has things that he... Like, this is what makes Chase a good main character, okay?
This is my dissertation on why Chase Hollow Like and Follow is a much better protagonist than Anastasia Steele.
Number 1, has things that he wants. Number 2, has more than one thing that he wants.
Wasn't fucking born sexy yesterday.
Number 3, those things come into conflict.
Yeah.
It's a mild conflict. It's an obviously this option wins out over the other one kind of conflict, but it's still there. You know, he gets this chance to have a wish granted, and it is definitely the only way that he is ever going to get what he wants, to be a pop star. His mom has cancer. Like, he's going to choose to save his mom.
Yeah.
But the fact that he has to give something that he wants up to do that, even if it's an obvious choice and one that he makes very easily, it still gives something to the character. You can still look at him and say, oh, he has traits. He has a personality. He's interesting. Especially because it's not just that. He isn't going to get to go to college with his friends because they don't have the money because they're paying for her treatment. Something that she is shown to feel bad about. She doesn't show up very often in the comic, but when they interact, you just feel like that mother and son relationship where she doesn't want him to have to make sacrifices for her. And he is only too eager to do that because that's his fucking mom.
That's his mom!
And he's already lost his dad. Like, layers. You see the layers? I started out with 2 very simple facts about him, and now we're just, like, layering on these different traits and experiences that inform his decisions.
Meanwhile, Anastasia Steele was literally born, like, right before the first page of 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
This is just her entire personality right there. No fucking background, no motivations of her own, no nothing.
And people will say, oh, well, it's so the reader can project onto her. And I say, bullshit. Because you know what I have in common with Chase Hollow Like and Follow? Very fucking little. I project onto him so hard. I am literally cosplaying him. I am playing him in our dub of the comic, even though I personally don't think I sound masculine enough.
Shut
Fine.
your fucking mouth!
I'm gonna rephrase that.
Yeah?
My voice does not fit the personal headcanon that I have of what Chase sounds like.
Mm-hmm. But
I project onto him so hard that I'm still doing it. Like, I don't need a character to be a total blank slate in order to project onto them, or be interested in them, or want to read about them. It's boring and overdone and stupid. Like, I am sorry, but do you lack imagination? Where is your whimsy? Where is your joy? Where is your kicking your feet at these 2 idiots getting together? Anyway, I'm gonna go now because it's been an hour and a half and I'm tired, and this is the whole movie. This whole movie that we just recorded.
as you do.
We could have watched Nightmare Before Christmas and been done half an hour ago.
As you do.
Okay. Anyway, that's it. That's the rant for this evening. Keep growing till next time, Rose Garden.
Bye.